Hey, what's up, everybody? Back again. Today we're gonna look at the Heisman Challenge, and here it is. On the demo, you only can play with Robert Griffin III. So this kind of short video of him talking about the game and things like that during, I guess, his Heisman year or so. I know you probably can't really hardly hear because I got it turned down pretty low, but I'll skip that part or whatnot. One good feature about the Heisman Challenge this year is that you can put your Heisman on any team you want to, and see how he would play on different teams and things like that. So that's pretty good. On the demo, it just got Kansas State, LSU, Oregon, USC, Alabama, and of course the team he already played for was Baylor. So that's just some of the choices you have in the demo version. Once the game release, you'll have more options. The Heisman Challenge is, in my opinion, it's pretty good. I know some people have been, checking out some people on YouTube and things, and some of them like it and some of them don't like it. And they think it was just a waste of time. EA could have did something else with the game besides add this. And my opinion, it's yeah, I agree to a certain extent, and then I don't. But it's not a wrong, right or wrong opinion. It's just what you prefer. Um, I was kind of at first was kind of didn't really want to care for the Heisman or whatnot because I was like, I don't really like Road to Glory because I like to be able to control everybody on the team and not just a quarterback or whatever position I choose. I don't like to just stay to that one position. I like to kind of be able to control everybody. So that's one reason why I don't play Road to Glory, but I know a lot of people do. That's just one of the reasons that I don't really care for it because I like to control everybody. But since the Heisman Challenge, which is pretty much the same or whatnot, you just I think you have to with the Heisman Challenge you have to try to recreate some of his stats and try to outdo some of the stats that he had when he was doing his Heisman year. So that's not a bad challenge or whatever. But I was kind of skeptical about it because like I said, I like to control everybody and not just one person or whatever. But as I started playing it, I kind of started to like it a little more, and I think one is definitely because they have some of my favorite people like RG3, Barry Sanders, I think gonna be on there, Charlie Ward. So some of the guys, Eddie George, that from back in their college time, that they putting on there, which I thought was pretty good. So I was like, well, let me try it out or whatnot. And I tried it out, and I kind of like it because I kind of get the concept of what they're trying to do or whatever. Is basically saying you control the you pretty much control the fate of the team by just controlling that one person. It's almost kind of like real life to where just say the quarterback can throw the ball good to the receiver and things like that, but it's up to the receiver to catch it. So it's just more like now you can't just control everybody. You just have to control that one person and hope your teammates can play the game or be on the same level you on and make plays. So I thought that was pretty neat because I get the concept and also I get it too with Road to Glory, and I was like, oh, okay, that's most likely why they do that or whatever. So which I think is pretty good because it's almost like real life. It's like now, okay, it's up to the computer, to catch it. So if the computer can't make no plays, then you just gonna have to go out there and make something happen yourself. So it's almost like you the leader of that team and things like that. So it's kind of got like a real life feel to it, which is not bad at all. Um, Now my thing is about that is that I think that's pretty neat. And only thing I don't know for sure, and I hope they do, is I wish you can actually play with Bear and all those guys in like a full, dynasty mode, and you can control everybody or whatever. I think that would be kind of unique too, but I don't know if, interception. I don't, um, I don't know if you actually can do that or not. I've been trying to research information about it, but I haven't found anything. If you guys know anything, hey, let me know. I also think it's pretty cool too because you don't spend a lot of time trying to play full quarters. Is that you can definitely um, sim everything until you get back on the field. So that's definitely a kill a lot of time. You have to play defense and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely think that's a pretty good feature as well that they have in the Heisman and Road to Glory. But yeah, if they could do that, that definitely would be a plus in my book. Um, Now, one thing I don't like about this is this slow motion thing. Um, I will try to do it here. Okay, there we go. Okay, as you see how it slowed down. That, I mean, it's kind of like Max Payne, Matrix type of thing. Um, I mean, it's football, guys. I mean, you know, we not in a shooting game and things like that. Why would you add that to a football game? I just really didn't really get that. I understand that, I did watch a few of the webcasts and they were saying where when they're in the zone, that's how it kind of seemed to them. Everything is slowed down. But I really didn't. I mean, come on, it's football. Or whatever it is. I just really didn't get why they did that with the Max Payne and the Matrix field in football. Not saying it might not be a good feature for some people that know how to use it or whatever. It's not that I don't know how to use it. I haven't even really tried to learn how to use it because I mean it's football, so I don't want to feel like I'm in the Matrix or in Max Payne or whatever when I'm playing football. That's something I definitely think they might have could have went away with. Definitely is that, but that's why they say they added it or whatever. So that was kind of threw me for a loop, definitely with the slow motion thing or whatnot. But other than that, I mean, I think that the Heisman Challenge is pretty good, and now actually since I tried this, I definitely will try the road to glory. And now that I kind of, I guess, get the concept of what they're trying to do with it, I try the road to glory now. But that is something, yeah, EA. I don't really know why did that or whatever. But hey, um, to each his own or whatever. Maybe some guys probably can use it and real good at it, but I don't really care for it as much. But definitely, two, I hope and wish, but I don't know if it's a feature or what. If I could definitely put, man, RG3 back in the game and, and run a full dynasty and actually control everybody, oh, that would definitely be a plus. And Barry Sanders and all those guys, that would definitely, be a plus in my book. But I don't, think you can do it. But other than that, the Heisman is pretty much like the Road to Glory. So if you like Road to Glory, you definitely like the Heisman to kind of recreate some things and play with some of your favorite players and stuff like that. So you definitely like that. That's pretty much it. Feel free to leave me some of your comments or some of your thoughts on the game. In my book, I mean, I like it. I'm busy talking, not paying attention. I like the game, but I am, not gonna lie, I'm still kind of contemplating about if I'm gonna go ahead and spend the whole $60 for the game, because it's so much like 12, which is definitely not a bad thing in my book, but some of the features that, like this Heisman thing, I mean, it's a nice feature, but I mean, I'm kind of the type that RG3 already on 12 regardless, because he came out, and he entered the draft this year, so he's still on NCAA 12. Um, so I'm kind of, if I want Barry Sanders and all them guys, I can definitely go in there and create them, or whatever. And I don't think too that they have. I don't think they have the. Oh man, I don't think they have like some of these signature moves and stuff like that. I haven't came across um, any of them, so I don't even think they have that in there. So I'm kind of contemplating if I'm just stick with my 12 and wait till 13 go down cheaper to buy, or I'm gonna go and spend the full 64. So I'm with tax. So I'm still definitely debating on that. But it definitely looked just like sorry about that, my alarm going off. It definitely looked like 12, with those features. And like I say, that's even the same way on with Madden. I know when doing Madden, I'm not a big Madden fan, because NCAA have been better for a couple of years now or whatever. But I was kind of like, I did want to play with RG3 and some of the guys they got drafted. But hey, they in NCAA 12, so is it really worth the whole $60? And definitely let me hear from you guys and get your opinion. But as of right now, I'm not really anxious about it, trying to hurry up and get it or whatnot, because I did, when I first, before I played the demo and things, and just hearing the features and them talking about it, I was like, okay, let me, go pre-order. So I actually just went to GameStop, and actually I had it pre-ordered at Best Buy, but I didn't like what came with the pre-order or whatever. So I found out GameStop, had like Tebow and Mark Ingram and all them guys or whatever. So I went and just put $5 down, whatever, to pre-order that GameStop. But then as I started playing the demo and things, and I'm not, like I said, the game looked good, and it's definitely some of the upgrades they have added is not bad at all, and definitely, a plus for what they added. But I'm the type that those are not important features that they added to me. As long as the gameplay is good in my book, then that's really kind of all matter. In the presentation, and they got the same presentation um, in 12 or whatever. And so gameplay is a little feature they have added to it that are definitely a little better, and than 12. But I'm kind of like, I can kind of do away with it until NCAA come down a little cheaper. That's just my opinion. I definitely love NCAA, don't get me wrong, but this year I don't really see the point of spending $64 for it when it's pretty much similar to last year, which is not a bad thing. But I'm just saying, price wise, no, I think I'll just kind of wait until it go down or get it used from eBay or Amazon or whatever, and things like that. So that that's just my opinion though. But some of you guys might feel different or whatever. And hey, leave me some comments and some insight. Maybe you can kind of help me with with trying to make up my mind. Cause like I said, I do have it on pre-order right now. I just got to go put the rest of the money down on it, and I'm just, like I say, I'm contemplating to try to see if I'm gonna do that or not. Nice play, nice. To try to see if I'm gonna do that, I'm still debating. Definitely to watch tonight. I know they're supposed to be doing, I think on ESPNU, they're supposed to be kind of doing the behind the scenes of the making of NCAA. So maybe they're gonna have some stuff that they didn't have on the the demo, and they can kind of explain, and maybe some of this stuff will answer my questions or whatever. But yeah, just kind of that's probably picked up or whatever. But I'm just kind of waiting to see. So definitely let me hear from you. Two, these are my first videos I ever did for us in gaming. So if you feel like you don't know what you're talking about, whatever, that's okay. I know within time I get better or whatever. But I mean, all comments are welcome. It don't bother me or whatever if you say bad stuff or good stuff. I just try to learn from. If you got any tips that can help me on making these videos, let me know that well. So I'm open to get more knowledge and things like that. Cause I'm kind of new for doing reviews to gaming. I played them all my life, but I'm kind of for reviewing them and things like that. It's kind of new. I gotta get used to talking and playing at the same time or whatever. But other than that, yeah, just definitely leave your comments and your thoughts about the game, and how do you feel? You feel the same way I feel? It's a good game, but you just don't see yourself spending the $64 for it or whatever. You just keep 12 until it go down. Or, let me know your thoughts on it.